Secret of Mana, first released in 1993-94 to the world, one of the most beloved RPGs of all time. It now sports a randomizer with open world mode that can allow you to have this as your first boss, or this one. You can start playing the game as the lady character, or the sprite. You start with the flamey drum and the almighty magical robe from the get-go. Let's go over some of the basics before we delve into the settings. The randomizer is developed by Moppleton with help from the Discord server. The randomizer can be found at secretofmanaancientcave.blogspot.com. And this is what the randomizer looks like. I'm recording this on version 1.05. It might look different in the future. I don't know. Starting up here at the top, we have the basic stuff: input ROM, output ROM. This is where you store your Secret of Mana ROM file. Don't ask me, I don't have them. And this is where you want it to be output. The seed, you just click random here to generate random seeds. And here's the option string. You don't really have to care too much about that. Browse to set where you want the input and output. Write ROM when you're happy with all your settings and want to create the seed. Next, we're going with all the modes. I will record this for the open mode, so I have that selected. The randomizations, the weapons, the shops, the music, and the map colors. Pretty self-explanatory. Weapon, you randomize names and properties. The mana sword will always be the mana sword though. Shops, randomize which gears are available in the shops. Music, randomizes music from songs added by the developer. And map colors, well, it changes the colors of the map. Going further down here, we have starting characters. You can choose between the three or randomize it. Bosses, you can have the vanilla bosses, you can swap the bosses around, or you can add a random boss on each place. If you pick random, you can face the same boss more than once. Same for enemies, you can keep them vanilla, swap them around, random spawn them, or you can go whoops all owls, and then later on pick an enemy type, and all enemies in the game will be that enemy type. The goal, the vanilla short, you beat the mana beast in the fortress, and the fortress is available at the start. Vanilla long, that's the basic game. You need to beat the mana beast in the fortress, but you need to go through the palace to unlock the fortress like you do in the normal game. Mana tree revival, you need to bring a set amount or a random amount of mana seeds to the mana tree in the Pure Lands. The logic, basic, let's see if we can get this mouse over to work here. Basic logic includes randomized spell orbs, whip, axe, sword for some locations, and gold key, sea hare's tail, so pretty normal stuff. And on top of that you can add restrictive, which means the mana palaces will only grant rewards once their mana seed is restored. So choosing restrictive makes it a little tougher to finish. Moving over here to the second column, we start with enemy stat growth, in which you can pick match player. Basically the enemies will be the same level as the highest level character you have. You can have them increase after bosses, which means enemies level up a set amount of level after each boss defeated. Or you can set it to timed, which means they will level up in time. The difficulty will choose how aggressively the stats of the enemies increase, depending on which way you picked. Other character menu lets you choose how you find the non-starting characters. You can find them at level 1, which means no matter what level you are, they will be level 1. You can find them at your current level, which means they will match your level, or they don't exist. Experience and gold let you set how much gold you have, or experience you get. You get to go from half up to triple, depending on your preference. Status ailments, that's a story. Let's see. Location, an enemy will cause the same conditions as the enemy that was originally there. If you pick enemy type, every enemy retains its status conditions regardless of regardless of location. So if an enemy spawns where it's not supposed to be, it still does the normal ailment. Random easy randomizes status effects with about the same distribution as vanilla. Annoying, then you get double the status and ailments as vanilla, and random awful just means all enemies have some sort of status ailment. And that pretty much is it. We have more options here, but they are pretty well explained, so I'm not gonna go into them. I hope this video helped you understand a little more how this randomizer works. Let me know if you have any complaints. Thank you.